उसी वक्त सिर्फ अर्जुन ही नहीं सुन रहा था गीता को, उस वक्त हस्तिनापुर के अंदर उस गीता के ज्ञान को ग्रहण करने वाले एक और व्यक्ति थे जिनका नाम था संजय, जो उसी वक्त धृतराष्ट्र को पूरा गीता का ज्ञान दे रहे थे। तो आज यहाँ सिद्धाश्रम में हम ये दिखाने वाले हैं कि किस तरीके से जब दुर्योधन की मृत्यु होने के बाद धृतराष्ट्र दुख में भर गया और वो अपनी क्वेरी संजय को बोलने लगा कि मैं कैसे जीऊंगा आगे, क्या होगा मेरी लाइफ में। तो वो उसको किस तरीके से संजय भगवत गीता के ज्ञान से उसकी हर क्वेरी को, हर इश्यू को, हर उसके प्रश्न को सॉल्व करता है। तो हम अभी बुलाते हैं अपने कलाकारों को, धृतराष्ट्र।
I wonder if our armies have been defeated by the Pandavas. If my sole surviving son, Duryodhan, will make out alive. I wait here anxiously in guilt and despair for the news of the destruction of my clan.
संजय,
My respects, King. Come, Sanjay. Tell me, what are the news from Kurukshetra today? Is my son Duryodhan still alive? Is anyone left to support him? And what of the Pandavas?
O King, I regret to inform you that Prince Duryodhan has been mortally wounded. Meanwhile, Pandavas are celebrating their victory.
Oh. My son! My dear son! I had such high hopes for you. I dreamt of you achieving the heights that I couldn't. But it seems destiny had other plans. You had such powerful warriors with you. Bhishma Pitama, Dronacharya, Kripacharya, Shailya, Ashwatthama, an army of 100 siblings led by my powerful son Dushasana. How could such fate befall you? My heart burns with grief and I am clouded, my intellect is clouded with confusion. Sanjay, you are amongst the wisest in the land. You have been blessed by Maharishi Ved Vyas with the vision of past, present and future. Tell me, you have observed the war closely. What have you learned? What have you observed? Help your blind king in this moment of misery. Tell me, how do I deal with the death of my son, Sanjay? How?
O King, I am helpless too in this moment of destruction. All I recall is on the first day of the war, Lord Krishna shared his knowledge regarding how to deal with the deep death of loved ones from chapter 2.
हे पांडुपुत्र, देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहि कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहांतर प्राप्तिर्धीरस् तत्र न मोहायते.
Hey Keshav, you mean to say the way we passes through childhood to youth to old age, the same way soul passes through birth and death?
उचित है बात.
This is what the Lord said on how to deal with the death of loved ones.
Perhaps this body is just clothing that needs to be replaced with new ones in due course. My army has been defeated. Tell me, how did this tragedy befall us? Pandavas will now claim the kingdom, and I am left alone in grief. Tell me, how do I deal with this? Sanjay.
O King, the question of yours was also addressed by Lord Krishna when he advised Arjun to stay steady during the challenges of the battlefield, as per chapter 2, verse 56.
हे पांडुपुत्र, दुखेषु अनुद्विग्न मना, सुखेषु विगत स्पृहा, वितराग भय क्रोधः, स्थितिर् मुनिर् उच्यते.
Keshav, you mean to say the one who is not disturbed during the threefold miseries, or related during happiness, and free from anger and fear is the sage of steady mind?
उचित बात.
Even so, the Lord answered that one with a steady mind can deal with grief better.
That sounds good in practice, Sanjay. That sounds good in theory, Sanjay. But how does one implement this in practice? Tell me. We are constantly surrounded by events happening around us that brings us happiness and sorrow, grief and joy, victory and defeat. How does one keep a steady mind? How?
If I recall, Madhav had addressed this query on finding peace and maintaining a steady mind in chapter 2, verse 70.
हे कौन्तेय, अपूर्यमनम् अचल प्रतिष्ठम्, समुद्र वा प्रविशान्ति यद्वत्, तद्वत् काम यम प्रविशान्ति सर्वे, सा शान्तिम् अपनोति न कामकामी.
Just as the ocean is still and always at peace, not the person who is running after his desires.
उचित है बात.
This was the Lord's perspective that one who controls desire can have peace.
You are wise, Sanjay. But how do we control the flow of desires? When we act, we expect a certain result. Anticipation of result makes us anxious and desperate and sometimes depressed. So tell me, how can one get rid of the desire to wait for the outcome of the result? Tell me.
This is one of the most famous teachings of Krishna with regards to how one should perform their duties in chapter 2, verse 47.
हे गंडीधारी, कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते, मा फलेषु कदाचन, मा कर्म हर फल हेतुर्भुर, महते संगोस कर्मणि.
Keshav, I understood that we cannot control the results of our actions. We only have control on our duties. Henceforth, I will perform all my duties without worrying about the outcome.
तथास्तु.
The Lord is suggesting that we exert ourselves to the fullest and leave the result to God.
That is an interesting line of thought. In our daily life, we hardly get time to pause and contemplate on the finer matters such as this. But tell me, how does one decide what is the right course of action?
This was Lord's dialogue with Arjun on material boards of existence from chapter 14.
हे पांडुपुत्र, सत्व रजस तम इति गुण, सत्व रजस तम इति गुण प्रकृति संभव, निधनन्ति महाबाहु, देहि देहिन अव्ययम्.
Keshav, you mean to say there are three modes of material science? Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, which binds the soul to perishable body?
उचित है बात.
This is what the Lord said and how we should choose the best course of action.
Sattva gun, the mode of goodness. Rajas, the worldly desires. And tamas, that is the illusion due to laziness and inefficiency. But when I look back at my life, I have only focused on Rajasic activities to acquire kingdom for myself and my sons. That has led to this war of destruction and I have lost everything. At this stage in my life, how do I free myself from the bondage of material nature and find God Himself? Help me, Sanjay. Help me answer this.
Oh, King, this is such a profound question. And how can a lowly character like me answer it? But the Lord answered it in chapter 8, verse 5.
हे धनंजय, अंतकाले च मामेव स्मरण मुक्त कलेवरम या प्रयाति सामद्भावम याति नस्तत्र संशय.
Keshav, you mean to say, one who remembers you during his death attains you? Henceforth, I will perform all my actions by surrendering my intellect to you, and I will reach you post my time on earth.
तथास्तु.
Does the Lord suggest who constantly remembers Him can attain Him?
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you for giving me the Geeta Gyan. I will follow Krishna's teachings, and maybe someday Lord will bless me Himself.
O King, Sri Krishna has entered the place and wishes to meet you.
Oh, such great news! Please bring him in with utmost respect.
My respects, King.
Thank you, my lord. Thank you for coming to see. My lord, I have been born blind, but your wisdom has been recounted me by Sanjay, and I now feel enlightened. I may be blind, but I can now see that through your teachings, I can better my life. And it has been very late for me, but I hope that others can learn from your teachings and see the benefits and improve their lives. Krishna, I just have one question. Please tell me, why did you incarnate on earth this time?
O King of the Gurus, those who understand my true nature know the secret. Whenever evil rises on earth and the virtuous people suffer, I descend in order to restore the balance. At the beginning of the first age, I incarnated as Matsya the fish and Kurma the tortoise to aid in the development of civilization. As Vara the boar, I slew the evil Hiranyaksh who had plunged the earth into the ocean of distress. As Narsim the man-lion, I slew Hiranyakashipu, who was terrorizing my devotee Prahlad. As Vaman the dwarf, I returned the kingdom to the gods. And as the warrior sage Parshuram, I slew the evil Kshatriyas, not just once or twice, but a whole 21 times. In my most famous incarnation, that of Lord Ram in Treta Yuga, I eliminated the schools of the evil King Ravan before establishing a righteous regime on earth. The legacy of the Ram Rajya is alive even today and will continue to inspire us for many years to come. And in the current age of Dwapar, I have descended to spread the message of peace and love and share the divine wisdom. Whenever there is a need to revive this wisdom or to protect my devotees, I will incarnate every single time. This is my promise to mankind. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirbhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyam paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushritam dharma sanstapanaaya sambhavami yuge yuge.
आशा करता हूँ आपको हमारा ये प्ले पसंद आया हो। हमने इसी तरह सटन में पहली बार लंदन की बहुत बड़ी रामलीला का आयोजन किया, 2 दिन जिसका आयोजन चला, और हम आशा कर रहे हैं कि 24 में हमारे 40 कलाकार और हमारा 100 लोगों का पूरा वॉलंटियर ग्रुप उस रामलीला को और बड़े लेवल पे ले जाए। और उस रामलीला की सबसे बड़ी उपलब्धि ये थी कि हमारा एक भी बच्चा अपनी सीट से हिला नहीं, और हर बच्चे ने उस रामलीला को पूरी तरीके से देखा। किसी बच्चे ने मोबाइल तक नहीं मांगा, उस रामलीला के बीच में। मैं गुरुजी से निवेदन करता हूँ एक बार स्टेज पर आएं और हम सबको आशीर्वाद दें।
आशीर्वाद के साथ साथ आप सब सम्मान के भी अधिकारी हैं। जोरदार तालियां इन कलाकारों के लिए और निर्देशक प्रवीण जी जो निर्देशक हैं। गुरुजी के हाथों आपका सम्मान और बहुत अच्छा लगा। और बाकी कलाकारों का परिचय देते रहिए, नाम बता दीजिए। धृतराष्ट्र की भूमिका में सिद्धार्थ का सम्मान करेंगे। बहुत बढ़िया, थोड़े से समय में और इतनी अच्छी तरह से संवाद याद करके परफॉर्म करना। हाँ, आप हैं अर्जुन, कृष्ण और भगवान कृष्ण, चक्कर नहीं देखा। भगवान कृष्ण, आपका नाम है ऋषि अग्रवाल। अग्रवाल साहब बहुत बढ़िया, क्या धन्यवाद, थैंक यू। और संजय की भूमिका में आशीष अग्रवाल, संजय की भूमिका में बहुत बढ़िया आशीष, थैंक यू। और विशाल भारद्वाज अर्जुन की भूमिका में। हाँ, इन्होंने रामलीला भी की, लक्ष्मण की भूमिका उसमें निभाई थी आपने।
हमारे संजय जी थे जो उन्होंने रावण की भूमिका निभाई थी।
हाँ,
और इन्होंने परशुराम, विभीषण, और उन्होंने कई रोल किए थे, जैसे बाली का, भरत का।
गुरुजी आग्रह करेंगे, आप इनका आग्रह टाल नहीं सकते कि एक दिन आप रामलीला लेके भी यहाँ आएंगे। जरूर।
Thank you so much, my dear brother Simon Nobles, key representative and also as the patron of the Sidhashram. Welcome to you. ये मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा क्योंकि मैं जब छोटा था 10वीं कक्षा में पढ़ता था, when I was in 10th standard, my teacher said you have to be एक पात्र अभिनय। एक पात्र अभिनय means, do you know that? One person have a two role. That is called एक पात्र अभिनय। मुझे रोल दिया गया था अर्जुन और कृष्ण का, यानी कि एक ही आदमी दो रोल करे। और 10वीं कक्षा में था, मुझे इतना ज्ञान नहीं था कि कैसे किया जाए, मगर वही बात मुझे आज याद आ गई। मैं सभी कलाकारों को हृदय से भगवान से ही प्रार्थना करता हूं कि और आप आगे बढ़े। और उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा किया। जैसे कृष्ण का जो रोल